flashes. Let me not stare directly at them.
Wagwan. It's your boy Vagabond, man. In the flesh. First time doing the YouTube intro. How y'all like it? Is it cool? Do I sound as cool as I think I do in my head? I probably don't. But it don't matter. It really doesn't. But like I said, I am here. In the flesh. Not matching, bro. Not matching. You think I got ugly knees, bro? Y'all think I got ugly knees? Bro, I'm really not matching. Bro, I'm really not. Is it white? Okay. White, boom, this, boom. This just throws it off. I'm not matching, right? Like, I'm not matching, right? Or am I? You know what? It don't matter. It don't matter because I drank enough water today to tell you that I don't care about your fucking opinion. I'm really not gonna match once I put this on. Oh yeah, why you looking at me like that? It's cold. You hear I got the air conditioner going. It's cold. And no, I'm not going to turn it off because then it's going to get hot. And then I can't wear my jacket. And I want to wear my jacket. That's what I want to do. So, calm that down. All that joke shit aside, we got a real topic. Some real shit that I want to speak on. I actually looked into this on a personal level. And this is something that I can relate to. This is something that I feel a lot of y'all can relate to. It happens to a lot of us. I'm not going to sit here and say everybody has this problem, but it happens to a lot of people. I've went through something similar, and I've seen plenty of people go through it. My quotations will make sense by the end of the video. So today, we are discussing, you can see the title of the video, what is heartbreak? What does it mean? What is its true identity? How does it really reveal itself in society? Do you really recognize it when you see it? Right? Let's get straight into it. Initial reactions to heartbreak, whether it be somebody you know personally or somebody close to you, whatever, or it's you behind the screen, it doesn't matter. What was your initial reaction? How did you take it in? Right? How did this dwell within you? Right? How did it affect you? Because there's shock value, and then there's various different types of responses to this kind of thing. The shock value can easily be exploited to a larger extent to the mind of somebody that is used to exploiting things to a larger extent, over dramatizing things. Yet even to people who don't, the human mind is very taken off guard by the unknown. So when you experience something you've never experienced before, you may have a more, oh my god, this is the craziest shit, you know what I mean? Like, you see your favorite artist in public, you've never seen this person, or you've never met anybody famous in public, so you overreact. But you hang around celebrities all the time, or you see celebrities very often, you may have a more nonchalant reaction to it. Like, okay, this is just another person at the end of the day. Or if you don't have a brain that thinks through these kind of things to a deeper level, you take things down into the deeper archives. Because this is the kind of stuff that can be broken down through how much you value yourself and how do you present yourself to other people. You know, stuff like that can change and shift the shock value and the very responses. We all know. You can hear it in the music that's super popular. You know, a lot of the music right now and for the last couple of years have been largely like lower energy levels, even dystopian, but we won't get into that. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. You know, like the whole what's wrong with the music scene. But let's focus on like the sad. You know what I mean? You got the Juice WRLDs, you got the XXXs, you have the little peeps, and it's nothing against them, but they definitely push a narrative because people who have such a high stance in life, like a celebrity or a music artist or an influencer of any kind, they definitely give off to the listener a direction, right? Like a direction, like this is how you should deal with this. That's why people who are more wise and more in their heads about what they do and say will tell these kind of people, yo, you got a platform. Be careful how you use it. Be careful what you say. You know what I mean? And even your parents, you don't gotta be super famous for this. I know my mama raised me correctly. So in situations where I go outside and I'm presenting myself, I'm not just presenting myself, I'm presenting my mama because my mama raised me. That type of thinking goes into the very reactions. You have the people that shut down themselves. You have the people that close in themselves. You have the people that wild out, lash out, act out. And this is just heartbreak, you know. There's very different kinds of events that can happen in someone's life that will make them act this way. And the shock value just, it all determines, the shock value determines the type of reaction that they will get. So there's the shock value, that's like the gate to this whole can of worms I'm trying to open. That's the gate, right? And then the very responses is right behind that. Many different kinds of ways to react to this. So pay attention to this if you ever go through a situation like this, or if you have a friend that goes through a situation like this. Pay attention to the way that they react. Pay attention to the shock that they exhibit when they go through this kind of thing, and then pay attention to how they follow suit after that. What can it become? Depression, emotional instability, things of that nature. Again, this is stuff you see. Also, for the record, I do want to say I don't have a PhD in any of this. I'm not some kind of emotional. I'm not some kind of emotional. Like, I have a degree in this kind of shit, but I am very fascinated in the way humans behave. So I pay attention to this kind of stuff. I'm very into philosophy. I got a whole tower of books right here. I would show you, but my room's a fucking mess. Don't ask me. I'm not gonna show you. I'm very into studying. I'm very into taking my seat back and just watching things. It's how you can get very far in life. You just watch. You pay attention to stuff. Pay attention to how people treat you. You pay attention to how people treat others. You pay attention to how people have different kind of reactions to different kind of things. You know, you can learn what to do and what not to do, right? But what can heartbreak become? Heartbreak very easily, let's lay that down flat, very easily become mental instability, emotional instability, depression, anxiety, things of that nature. It's very easy to spiral out of control with this. Now the problem, when you have a lack of control on self, and you have a lack of ability to recognize your own actions, to kind of look at it from like outside of yourself, OBE shit, out of body experience for the people who don't know. The ability to look at yourself in situations when you're acting out or you just feel out of place is a very powerful technique that the mind gives you. You gotta use it, and use it consistently. That's how you train your brain to do these kind of things. When you lack that skill, you can spread these germs. You can spread these free radicals. You can spread these diseases, mental instability. These are, I'm not saying it's like some kind of like, oh my God, an illness that we are currently dealing with. Oh, wait. Can I say COVID on you? I'm going to cut it out. Just in case you can't, I'm going to cut it out. I don't know, AIDS, like AIDS, like any diseases. Y'all niggas know what I'm talking about. Fuck, man, you know what I'm talking about. AIDS, fuck, I keep saying AIDS. Mental instability and things. It's very easy to spread this when you don't have a mirror to reflect in. You dig what I'm saying? You also want to be wary of how easily you are influenced by your actions. You also... Y'all niggas think I'm dumb.
Hold on. Let me get it together.
You also want to be very wary of how you are influenced by actions. This is how we learn. This is how we take in information. Again, by watching. Even if you unconsciously do it. My previous point was the conscious effort in paying attention makes all the difference. But everybody pays attention. It's how you learn stuff. You learn through the arts of other people. So you do want to be careful who you're being influenced by, what they stand on, and who they are. There are a lot of bad habits that can build you into a weaker sense of being that will make you more susceptible to a broken heart. I feel like a doctor breaking down AIDS to a nigga that got AIDS. This is how I feel. I'm just being honest. I really feel like, yo, bro, you got AIDS, and this is why you have AIDS, and this is how you could have avoided it, but you didn't because you're sitting here in my office and you have AIDS. What you gonna do about it? Bad habits that can make you more susceptible to a broken heart, right? Lack of self-value. Self-value is something that's very important in our current society. People talk about it like, oh yeah, you gotta build yourself. Oh yeah, go to the gym at 6 a.m., pump iron, eat fucking plants, and wrestle dogs, nigga. You know, and it's very piped up. For the people who don't know, listen. I get kind of ratchet. I'm being myself on the camera, alright? I'm just being me. Piped up. The people who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But for people who don't know what I'm talking about, piped up is like, again, over-exasperating it. Like blowing it out of proportion. Very piped up. You don't gotta go to the gym at 6 a.m. You don't gotta punch old ladies in the face. You don't gotta tell every woman that you come across, go make me a sandwich, or else you are not a high-value woman. You don't gotta do all that. I'm not shitting on Red Pill. I'm not shitting on nobody. This is my perspective on it. You offended him talking about you, bro. But you don't gotta do all that. It's not necessary. It's not required. All you gotta do is sit quietly in a room by yourself and think on shit. Think about who you are. Shout out to Taekwondo and Steve the Dean. We used to call him the Dream, but the Dean apparently. Shout out to them too, because they helped me come up. Not helped me, literally, I was watching them, and through watching them interact with each other, I came up with this question in my head. Also, which, interestingly enough, later on in the video that I was watching of them interacting with each other, like I said, they covered the same thing that came into my brain a little bit before they started to cover it. This is a common theme with people who have principles and values and hold themselves accountable and hold themselves to a high standard. These are good things to encompass and, you know what I mean, like wear it on your sleeve type shit. Learn this kind of stuff. Why would a woman, and this is not to say that women is the basis of what you build in self-respect and self-value, but why should a woman, for this for guys, and then girls you can juxtapose it, why should the opposite sex, or whoever you're trying to attract, mess with you? Why should they? What's so special about you? You start there, you build deeper into it. It's not that difficult I'm gonna have to talk to my mom about what's up with these speech impediments, because she gave me something and I don't fuck with it. Oh my God. Why should they mess with you? Again, what's so special about you? What makes you different from the next person? Right? What value do you have? These are things that you should ask yourself before you even get into a relationship. You should know what you bring to the table before you get into all that. Because now you're talking about combining two different perceptions of life into one operating system. Y'all may not think about it like a big deal, but getting into a relationship for people that have values, it's a big deal. That's why a lot of people step back like, yo, man, I'm not on that phase of my life right now. I'm just trying to do me. This is me. I'm just trying to be me. I'm not trying to be tied down to really nobody, because I'm still figuring myself out, or I'm trying to focus on my own shit. I'm trying to pave my own way. These are things that you need to ask yourself before you think about getting into a relationship, because society will pressure you. It will. Society will push a narrative on you that marriage is required and having a girlfriend is required, or even taking it down to a simpler case. All my hood niggas know. You hanging around the homies that got game and shit. You hanging around the peoples that, you know, spit hot shit at shorties. Once again, shout out Steve the Dean. Spit flavor in the ear type shit. You going around them, you don't got nothing on you. Niggas looking at you like you the problem. Like you weird. Like you the reason we can't find a move at 2:30 in the morning. Even though I got a Honda 03 sipping out this joint, I got a busted tire low key. And a boot on it. But the biddies don't need to know that. It's you. We can't find no Hennessy because we all underage. But the biddies want alcohol. We can't do anything about it together. But no, it's your fault. Because you don't get bitches. It's your fault, man. That pressure is real with a lot of cultures. It's not just the hood niggas, though. It's all over the place. It's society in general. They will push the narrative on you that you should be involved with somebody. That being a loner is some kind of weird case. They'll look at you strange if you like to spend time with yourself. It's like they want you to be dependent. Ain't that weird? Me personally, I always found that a little bit weird, man. That's why listen, y'all can think what you want of me. I know I like kicking it by myself, man. I got my team, shout out of bounds, man. I got my squad. I got the peoples with me. But it's still a relatively small group. So it's not like I'm surrounded by 30 whatever people. But I do also understand the value in people. This is a completely side tangent, but I feel like somebody could take a gem from this. Somebody comes back when I'm further along in my YouTube career, someone comes back to this moment. Anybody that has looked up to me or looking up to me in the future and you find this video, listen, imagine your career like this, right? Let's say you got 50 subscribers, right? To a lot of people, 50 subscribers ain't shit. Right now, while I'm recording this, I got 100 on the dot. Imagine pulling up in a car full of 50 people. Could you do it? Can you even fit that many people on a bus? I don't even know. Like a SEPTA bus? I don't even know if you can. But 100 for me, I'm blessed for it. Because there is 100 subscribers strong. Back on the main topic, though. That kind of shit can confuse people. You know what I mean? The narrative of, okay, you gotta, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird that, you just like, oh, he a loner. He likes to stick to himself. He kind of strange. He's gonna pull something out the back. Gotta watch out for what's his face, whatchamacallit bowl over there, he's like to stay to himself. They will really judge you for that. So you gotta watch how you move. You gotta be more secure with yourself before you start thinking about relationships and things of that nature, because society is a whole bunch of people screaming out in confusion anyway. So why would you want to add to that confusion? You know what I mean? Let me give it a second. I do my own edits, so I have to sit here and give it a second so I can piece everything together. Transition. Another thing that I wanted to touch on: bad grounding on your own views of relationships. I want to shout out another YouTuber, Young Don the Sauce Guy. Great dude, man. Great content. None of these people I've mentioned I've met personally, but I like to study people who reflect where I want to be in life. Young Don the Sauce Guy kind of got me in this way of thinking, or not got me in this way of thinking, because I've always noticed this trend within people, but he gave me a way to name it and to identify it. People who have single parent households. You already have a messed up view on how a true relationship should work. These kinds of views stem from how you see relationships being existing around you. I will speak the truth in this case and say that I did grow up in a single parent household, but we ain't grow up with that same kind of hate that the stigma of single parent households create. You know, me and my siblings were tight. Me and my mom is my rock. You know what I mean? So I feel like I have a qualified stance on this matter, because I also had to learn through keep it a being, busting my ass in relationships. Or not relationships, because to be honest, I actually haven't had too many like serious relationships. I've messed around here and there. I had me a couple relationships. I got me a couple exes, I can call them right now. You know, I'm still cool with one of them. And what I've learned from doing my own thing and going through life and messing with a couple girls and getting in a couple relationships. I'm not saying like a dating guru or anything. I don't want anyone to take my advice as if it's some kind of doctor value. I'm just another nigga speaking on it. You know what I'm saying? If you relate and you understand where I'm coming from, then listen up. You know what I mean? Because I made myself qualified to speak on these kind of things. And you'll learn all this throughout my future YouTube videos. This is the first. Again, give me. I'm giving myself claps. If you're not, it don't matter if you're not clapping. I'm clapping for myself because I did this shit. I'm doing this shit off the phone. Niggas, some niggas got cameras and shit. Some niggas got cameras and shit and wait all this time. You know, I'm on my phone, nigga. I just had to delete a whole bunch of space off my phone to keep recording. Shit real. But anyway, yeah, these type of views you learn. How you view relationships. You exemplify that through how you seen your mom interacting with your father, or your father interacting with your mom, or your siblings interacting with their partners that they bring home. You know, you learn this kind of shit. So if you have a bad exemplary of these kind of things, you may already be at a disadvantage, which even more so, if this is the case, even more so requires you to self-reflect and get in on yourself. Hold yourself accountable. You know what I mean? For your actions. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're 18 or older. You catch a case for some nut shit, no one's going to jail for you. No one's going to jail for you, bruh. And for all my people that really pay attention to how things are moving right now, what's up? First of all, what's up? It's good to see you. You know what I'm trying to do here? I'm trying to dap you up. Oh. I dap up was ass. You go to Philly and try to dap somebody up like that, get beat the fuck up. Anyway. to the people who pay attention, y'all know we romanticize toxicity. I love Future. Future's hard. Alright? Future's hard. I fuck with Future. But you gonna take dating advice from Future? Really? 16 baby moms? I don't know if that's actually the number. But he got baby moms out the ass. Don't get it fucked up. I'm not speaking no bullshit. You got baby moms out the ass. We romanticize toxicity. We do. And we should take responsibility for this, because the people who come in behind us, aka the younger generation, whom I low-key kind of speak for, I'm 20 right now while I'm speaking this, there are people of my age group that also move like me, but we're still of the younger, you know what I mean? I got nephews and shit, so I know that there's people coming in behind me. So I gotta look forward and behind me to, you know, navigate thoroughly. You gotta watch what you say around kids, and you gotta watch how you portray yourself to kids. And because look, again, we romanticize toxicity. We do. How so? Okay, some of y'all just lie to your partners for no reason. You'll want a relationship where you are tied into your partner's life monogamously, but in your true mind and heart, you don't want to be tied down. But this girl is so bad that you don't want to let her go, type shit, and that's whack. You know what I mean? I don't fuck with that. You know what I mean? You should be keeping it a being, a buck, 100 with whoever you're trying to get into an involvement with, a situationship. You know what I mean? Jada could have kept it a being with Will. It would have worked. It still would have went trash. Let's not cap. Like it wouldn't. Hold on. This is my light that I have for lighting right now. My shit's ratchet. I don't got no official light. I'm using my lamp light, so that shit's dicking my eyes, bro. That shit's killing my eyes. Will could have kept it a being with Jada. Will could have kept it 100. I mean, Jada could have kept it 100 with Will, and it still would have went to shit, but it would have went to a lot less shit, or it would have went more like smoothly. You just would have went down a little more smoothly. Cause let's say I get into a relationship with a girl. I'm like, yo, I'm letting you know right now, I am talking to like 2 other women. And she still wants to get into a relationship with me, and then sees me in public with one of them 2 women, what can she really say? What can she really say? You know what I mean? I've always thought like this. I've always maneuvered my relationships in this way. I never lied to women. You know what I mean? That's why I'm a big fan. Once again, shout out Taekwondo, bro. One of the top niggas on YouTube right now. That's why I really fuck with his flow. You know what I mean? Because he on that same type time. Niggas ain't lying to bitches, bro. We not doing that. Like, why? Why when it's so much easier? And there's so many other different, like so many different kinds of women out here. That's where I get my basis on this shit from. Right? So many different kinds of women. So many different kinds of people that you can meet. Why lie to one to keep the one? What if her friend that's in her friend group is better than her? Like, what if you like her more? You never know. You can't say you met your soulmate at like 18 years old. Type time. You know what I mean? You gotta be thorough about how you handle everything. Real rap. You gotta be thorough about how you handle everything. So if you gonna move and try to get you a little fling, but you call it a relationship, that's romanticizing toxicity. Because now you fuck her up, and now you're making it harder for the next bull, the next guy. I'm letting my ratchet out. Someone stop me. Someone stop me. I'm getting comfortable, getting too comfortable with you guys. First video. I'm going to try to be a little more professional. She makes it harder for the next guy, then she fucks over the next guy, and then the next guy fucks over like 3 girls, and then so on and so forth. Now we got a narrative of, oh, women ain't shit, or oh, men ain't shit. We both need each other. And lying does not help put the Band-Aid on it, put the Vaseline on it, the Neosporin on the cut. Don't help. Shit don't help that. You know what I mean? So we gotta start being more real with each other and ourselves and the people we commune with. The people I keep around me, I keep it real with them all the time because I don't want them to get no miscommunication to me. Because then if I decide to do something for myself, nobody can't say nothing to me like, oh, why didn't you say something to me? You know what I mean? It's easier to maneuver life like that with everybody. It's way easier to keep it real. Because then nobody can question you when you decide to be about the shit that you want to do. Because that's you. If you show your real self to the people you commune with, then when you level up or you decide to do something that you think, oh, yo, this is made for me, nobody's going to question you. Doesn't that sound nice? Nobody to question you. I don't understand how y'all like lying to girls and then you get questioned. Me as a man, I hate when people ask me questions. Especially questions they know the answer to. I don't like being questioned on shit that is me. Like, don't question shit about me. You don't know me like that. You don't know me better than I know me. Type shit. You gotta have that flow with yourself. You gotta represent that when you come out into the world. Now, do you really believe that you've experienced heartbreak? Be honest with yourself. 'Cause I'm about to be honest with y'all. I don't think I ever have. Oh, then why are you talking about it? Why? How are you so qualified to speak on it and you've never went through it? The same way that y'all can speak on your favorite artist's mindset on their albums and whatnot, even though you never met them. Oh, I think he did this, or I think he meant this, or you can debate who's the best basketball player, yada yada yada, but you've never seen the grind they did behind the scenes. I mean, don't start that with me. There's a whole bunch of different cases of how y'all do the same kind of shit. But the difference is with me is my experience. I've been around the type of people that are like, come on, man. Like, you could be doing so much better in life. Like, thinking like this is just really a pity party. I've been around them kind of people, yo. I've been around them. The kind of people that really just want you to suck up to them and will just drain your energy just so that they can get a pat on the back and sniffle out of you. It's disgusting. I'm just calling it what it is. Back when I was a young lad, a young individual, a young ball, I would hang around these type of people, and I had shit going on with me. You know what I'm saying? I lost some people in my life. I've been through some shit. I've seen some lows that I don't ever want to go back to. I've been through some shit. So I've been around these people, and I won't lie to make myself seem holier than thou. I won't lie to make myself seem like I'm better than you. I won't lie to make myself be more liked than anybody type shit. I have been taken down by these kinds of energies. I've succumbed and delved into the pity parties and the back rubbing and the just everybody huddling together, just everybody complaining and nobody having a forward mindset. But here's where I diverged. I always knew I was entitled to more. Always knew. Everybody around me was so caught up in wallowing in their pity and just being dreary and just down bad for an escape, down bad for worse outcome. And then there was me going through a similar emotion. I'm not making myself seem better than them. You know, I went through my shit and I just came out differently. Built different. We built different. Us, my community, me, we're built different. I was around these kind of people, but where I diverge is I always knew, like, yo, I'm not gonna be like this forever, though. You know what I mean? Like, this is not gonna be me forever. And I've made some fucked up choices in that time period. I'm not gonna get into it because I know YouTube got some guidelines around the things that I would bring up right now. But let's leave it at I've made some fucked up choices to myself. Okay? And these are not things I could turn back in time and rewind. But I look at myself sometimes and I'm like, yo, that was a make or break moment and I broke. But I still knew, in those moments, I still knew this wasn't going to be me for the rest of my life. A lot of the people around me wanted to stay like that. Thought it was cool. Because, again, and I love X. Specifically, the person I'm naming right now, I love X. Great artist. Great dude. But people like him did romanticize the aesthetic of being like stuck. You know what I mean? People like him kind of romanticize the aesthetic of being stuck or in that box. You know what I mean? Before he started to make his retributions, right before he unfortunately deceased and left us. Right before then, he was making a real change. And that was the type of time that I was on, young as shit though. You know what I mean? I was like young boy. I was like 15, like 14. Really thinking about doing some crazy shit to myself. And I would say around 16, 17, I got my shit back together. You ask anybody that really knows me, I got my shit back together. I am known in my area to be that guy, especially to the people who are older than me and watch me grow up. Yo, you changed, you turned it right around. You were going down a real dark path, yo. They don't lie to me around here. They don't lie to me. I got people around me that do not lie to me. You were on a real dark path. You were going somewhere where you wouldn't have been shit no matter what you did. But you stayed on yourself and you pulled yourself out of that. You did it. My case in point is you can do it too. You can cut against the grain. You know, don't feel bad for leaving these kind of people behind. These people are not going to amount to shit, bro. And once you realize that you do want to amount to some shit, you going to realize ain't no time for the bullshit. Ain't no time for that. They just going to hold you down, bro. And you can wish the best of them. And what I was doing, I was low-key talking them out to it. This will be a story time. Let me know if y'all want me to make this a story time. But there was a time where I was admitted to a mental health hospital. I think it was a mental health hospital or some kind of reform institution of some kind. But I was admitted to it. And a week later, they kicked me out because I was doing their counseling jobs better than them. You can ask my mom, you can ask my brothers and my sister, you can ask them niggas. Like, they kicked me out and said, don't ever bring him back here. He's in here doing our job better than us. He's in here giving these kids inspiration and changing them around. And why? Because I stuck true to that voice in my head that was like, yo, this is not us. You gotta stop playing yourself, yo. Because your soul and your inner being that cries out for more and yearns for bigger things that you can't even possibly imagine talks to you. Talks to you in moments that you may not understand that's truly talking to you, but you gotta listen. You gotta really understand more about yourself and your surroundings, because even your surroundings will teach you. You'll come into a group of people that are all wallowing in self-pity, and you'll feel like, you know when it's muggy outside and it's like real, it's like, it feels like an extra layer of skin. You'll feel like that around them. That's a sign. You need to pay attention to those things, because you don't, you might end up like them. Listen to your heart. Listen to your brain. You know, watch your steps around these people. Watch your steps around yourself. Because at the end of the day, I know I'm talking about these people, but at the end of the day, your best companion and your worst enemy is you. They both coincide. So you gotta pick your battles on that type time. And now would be the time to ask yourself, did I really experience heartbreak? Is this something I can truly say I've went through? Let's break it down, right? Heartbreak, in its truest sense, from what I can understand, again, not from a PhD scholar, owner of this shit, just someone who has experienced the experience. What I mean by that is, going back to my previous point, I've seen people tightrope it. I don't think anybody I've known, well, actually, no, there is a couple of people, and I might get into that, I might not. I don't really like speaking on people's personal information, like by name. It goes against my code of ethics. Yeah, I keep people's business for themselves. I keep my business to myself as well. I seen people tightrope it. I seen people go on the little area that's right above the real thing. But us being young and us being misguided, we didn't know how to properly identify it. Therefore, we didn't really know how to cope. But I've seen people tear themselves down through an emotional outlook on life. And that's what a heartbreak really boils down to when you know what the fuck you're talking about. It's what it really boils down to. It's a very emotional and misguided outlook on life. Because let's be honest, what really warrants a heartbreak to a young person, where it's most commonly themed? What really warrants it? You're 18, you're talking about heartbreak. Then you just got out of school like a little while ago. Like, aren't you going to class right now? There are some 18-year-olds that are still in school. You can't be worrying about that kind of shit. And Miss Johnson need her fucking 4-page essay tonight, nigga. You sitting up texting Bella, talking about, you trying to come over and let me... You mean? You talking to her about that. You need to be focusing on your future, bro. I'm not in any room to talk on it. I barely passed. Barely! I had to use my mouthpiece. I had to use my mouthpiece on niggas. I had to really talk my shit through. Me looking back on it now, I can say like, yo, I wish I would have focused more. And you should too. Because as much as you think it doesn't matter, it really does, because it's like training to stay on topic. It's training to get through a hump in life. It's training to visualize. Because you can sit in that school desk and be like, yo, this shit's ass, bro. I don't want to sit here. Okay, but what would you be doing if you weren't sitting here? Sit at the crib playing video games, maybe smoking something, you mean, maybe drinking something, you mean, maybe hitting something, you mean. Wasting time, though. And I was a time waster on some keep it a bean shit, keep it a bean and rice. I'm TMing that. Keep it a bean and rice. I was a time waster, and I turned that shit around. So I could tell you that that's not the way you want to go. Simply because you'll look at the people around you that you would judge as nerds, and you're paying rent to them, or they're the CEOs of the job that you're trying to get into, or they're the manager at the McDonald's that you're just now working at. You're taking orders from them. You know what I mean? You don't want to get caught like that. And let's be honest and genuine here for a second. Sometimes your parents' criticisms of you are true as shit. Sometimes it's true as shit. Oh, my mom doesn't understand me. My mom's a bitch. She just tells me to stop being a lazy bitch and go get a job. She doesn't know what I'm going through. Heartthrob. Sometimes they not lying to you. You might be a bum. You might be a bum. You might be a bum ass nigga. You might be. You know why? Because niggas who aren't bums, listen, bro. Niggas who aren't bums really listen to criticism and take that in and use it as fuel to like push towards their other endeavors. Criticism comes from a place of observation. You can't get every angle of observation on every single thing you do, because sometimes you can't disassociate yourself from an act. And if you can't do that, then taking in information from other people helps. But if you can, then you can. You know what I'm saying? You rock by yourself. Sometimes some people can't though. And if you can't disassociate and pull yourself, OBE yourself from an act, then listening to people speak to you about how they view your act is important. Very important thing. So basically, bro, like, listen to this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the shit they tell you, because it might just be coming from a place of like, yo, hard love. You know, your pop might come in, yo, the fuck you sitting here?
God, bro.
Oh, hell
Bro, what are you,
man. What the fuck?
bro, why is your hand, come on, man, I was young once, bro. I know what you're doing with your hand under that cup. Come on, bro. Bruh. What kind of shit you watching? Get off your ass and go cut some grass. Stop playing with yourself. Stop sitting here and twiddling your unmentionables. It's uncanny. It's not right. But real shit. The people who look over you and look down on you can see you from a bird's eye view and can see what direction you're walking before you even get there, because they're looking above. Now, I'm not saying take this from anybody. Sometimes parents come from a very clouded sense of judgment and they try to push their unachieved trails on you. Like, oh, I couldn't be a ballerina like this is a mom. I don't know dads be ballerina-ing, but this is a mom. Oh, I couldn't be a ballerina, or twisted my ankle or some shit, or I just wasn't working hard enough. I'm gonna get my daughter into it. You know what I'm saying? Again, this all comes from listening, enabling your true listening skills. You should be able to tell the difference between someone gaslighting you and someone giving you correct criticism. I don't know if I use gaslighting right. I might not have. Basically, what I'm saying, you should know the difference between somebody bullshitting you, trying to get one over on you, and someone just telling you some real shit about yourself. You gotta be able to pay attention to these things, bro. It's all about paying attention. Everything, listen, the aid, in my opinion, to heartbreak and a lot of things is listening and drinking water. But listening, paying attention, being a vigilante. You learn more that way. And my final point. If you're going through it right now, all due respect to you, why does it matter? Why does it matter that your heart is broken? Why does it matter? Why? Think about this for a second. Why does it matter that your heart is broken? What does that affect? Why does it affect that? Why does it affect that? What can happen if you let it affect that? Why should you care that that thing that you just brought up in your mind is affected? Why shouldn't you? What can I do to prevent this? Why does this matter? My heartbreak situation. Oh, my ex cheated on me. She left me. I'm talking the worst shit. I walk in the crib. I got flowers. It's our anniversary. She's getting banged out by Tyrone down the block. Local seller. You feel me? Like, he in there breaking backs, breaking headboards. Why does it matter, though? Think about that. Because 5 years down the line, I'll tell you right now, it probably won't. And if it does, you're just lacking emotional intelligence. You're lacking in something. It may not be emotional intelligence. That would be my first guess. If someone was telling me about it, it would be my guess. And it would be my guess, like, okay, you might be lacking emotional intelligence. Do this. Okay, it's not that. Maybe it's just you're lacking in something. There's something lacking in you if it affects you for more than a certain amount of time. Oh, Bond, you shouldn't be putting a time date on people healing. That's giving people way too much freedom to be lazy. You gotta be more strict on yourselves, man. You gotta be more hammer. You gotta stop bitching. Let's be real. You gotta stop bitching. Because at the end of the day, you're just crying to yourself. No one's crying with you. And if they are crying with you and not pushing you to do things that'll get you out of this pit, cut them off. Get them out of your life, because that's an evil person. That is an evil person. Get them out of here.
Now get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here with.
Put your fucking clothes on. Seriously. Because I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Take care of yourself. Drink water. Love the people that keep it real with you. Keep it a bean and rice with you. Again, TM. I'm watching y'all niggas. I'll watch YouTube. Someone says I'm gonna keep it a bean and rice, I'm on your ass. Bond said it first. Motherfucker. I said it first. Be real with yourselves. Love the people around you that keep it a bean and rice with you. Love yourself. Love yourself for the right reasons. Again, this is the first YouTube video. We're going to get into a lot of shit on this channel. So there's a lot of learning to happen. You know why? Because we documenting the journey. Welcome to the pavement. See y'all on the road. We'll see you in the next video.
All of the bars will be stretching like bows. We under the radar like thermostat cold. Stand like a Buddhist, I manifest gold. Christian little shorty, she bound for more. She don't like when I play tough. It's not an act, it's the streets, love. Crack a dome, yeah, we stay up. Nobody but on, that's a favor. Pass me the spring like it's autumn, yeah. I wanna see it tomorrow, yeah. I be one to back to follow, yeah. We used to eat at McDonald's, yeah. Now we put weed in that ganja, yeah. Counting on me, that's a problem, yeah. I got your bitch and your product, yeah. Please do not mess with my brother.